Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to make a translator. Now, what is this translator? A translator is a device that can translate from one language to other. So, we are going to make a translator app with the help of MIT App Inventor. So, let's start. First, we'll open the website, the MIT App Inventor page, and then we'll click on this create apps option. When we click on this, you will see there will be a window. So as of now, my previous project has been opened. What we are going to do, we are going to click on start new project, and we'll give our name to our project. Let's say translator 1. Now, when I click on this, it will take some time to initialize, right? Now, okay, just let me place it here. Yes, as you can see, the name of the app is here. That is the project, that is Translator 1. That is displayed here. Now, what we are going to do, one by one, we are going to select some palette, some option from the palette. First, suppose we are going to translate a sentence. Then, first we need a text box to write there. So, in the user interface option, in the palette box, go to the user interface, and there you will see the option of text box. You can click on this, drag and insert it here. Now when I insert it here, you will see there is a green color rectangle that will appear on the screen. As of now, you can see this is a very small in size. So we can change the width of this box also. We'll go to the properties, we'll come down, and on width option, I'll click on this, and I'll make the width. I want that this width of the box should be equal to the width of this screen. So I select fill parent and I click on OK. Then you will see that this is the text box. Now the width is changed here. Next, what are we going to do? We are going to insert a button, like the button on which we can click and it will translate. So for that, we'll go to the user interface, and the very first option we are having it as button. I click on this, drag and insert it here. Alright, now as you can see, the name is text for button 1. So you need to change this name. In the components option, as you remember, like whatever options, whatever palettes, whatever options we are dragging it and inserting it in our window, that all the components will be visible in this components window. So as you can see, this is the button 1, and we want to write translate on this button. So how are we going to do that? In the components window, you will see button 1. Click on that, and at the bottom you will see the option of rename. Now I click on this, and the rename window will open. Now I want to change the name to as translate. I'll type the new name and click on OK. Then in the properties option, you will see at the very end there is an option of text, and it's written text for button 1. Here also delete this and write translate. Now you will see that in our screen it is being renamed as translate. Next, what are we going to do? We are going to insert a label. Again, in the user interface option, you will see an option of label. We'll click on that, bring and insert it here. Now, what is this label? This is the label where like whatever translated text, it will be visible here. So again, I'll adjust the width of this label as equal to the screen width. For that, I'll go to the properties option. I click on width and I'll select fill parent. I click on this and it will be the width will increase. Now there is one more thing that we need. Like we have already given the input, the text box, the translate button, and the text for label 1. That is, instead of that we can write translated. We are going to rename this, and how can we rename it? We'll just simply go to the properties and in the text option we'll write translated text. Alright, now we need some option to translate this also. For that, we'll go to the media option in the palette box and you'll see that there is an option of translator. We'll click on that, drag and insert it here in our component. So you'll be able to see there is a translator added here. Now what are we going to do next? We'll simply switch to instead of designer, now we'll click on the blocks option. When I click on the blocks option, then there will be a window that is opened here. So what are we going to do? First we click on this translator 1. I click on this and you will see when translator 1 got translated, call this and this. So instead of that, yes, we'll go to the translate option and we'll select when translate click. I'll click on this and insert it here. Now this is the option that will tell like when we are translating what should happen. So I'll go to the translator 1 and I click on this and drag it and insert it here. So when we are translating, what will happen? This script, it will call the translator 1 and it will request translation. Now language to translate to, that is from what language we want, in which language we want to translate, and text to translate, that are we going to write it here. Alright, so for different languages we have different keywords. Like for Hindi we are having the keyword as HI. So what are we going to do? We are going to add a text box. We'll go to the text option, click on this, and the very first one, an empty box, that is a text string. We'll click on this and drag and insert it here. Now what are we going to write in this box? The code for language. Like for Hindi, it is the first two keyword, that is H and I. Alright, then we are going to do what? Then we'll move to the text box. Like here we are going to add what is the text that need to be translated. So I go to the text box 1 and I'll search for text box 1 text. Yes, text box 1 text. Click on this and insert it here. Alright, so in this way we will be able to translate. Now what should happen when we are done with our translation? Then we are going to display it or output it. So what are we going to do? We click on translator 1 and you will see the very first block, that is when translator got translation. I click on this and insert it here. Now what are we going to add here? In the translator only, you will see there is an option of set translator 1 to this. So instead of this, first I click on this and place it here. Alright, so instead of that, we don't need this. I'll remove this. Yes, we are going to print it in our label. So we'll select set label 1, text to yes. From label option, we'll insert this here. That is set label 1 text 2. That is what is the text that are we going to insert in this label. What we are going to do? We are going to insert the translation here. So for that we'll simply add, alright, just a sec, we'll search for that. So first we'll go to the variable option. There you will see an option of get. We are going to use this, drag it and insert it here. Now this box is empty. What are we going to get? What is the value that we are going to get? I'll click on this and you will see there are two options. So as we are only going to store the translation here, I'll click on translation. Alright, so by this our code is completed. Now if you want to check our code, what you will do, I'll simply go to the connect option, click on AI companion and this QR code, I'll select this in our MIT App Inventor app in our phones, and when I click on this, when I scan this code, our app will get opened in that. Or you can also do another thing. You can go to the build option, click on Android app and it will start making our app, converting our app in .apk format. Then once this process is completed, it is going to take some time, and as you can see it's written compiling part 2. So it is compiling the whole code, and once it gets completed you will be getting some options, just like, yes, it is completed now, and there will be, yes, two options. You can either download this or you can scan this QR code. This option is for sharing your app with your friends and you don't want to open it with MIT App Inventor on your phone. You can directly download this app, install it in your phone and you can use it. Alright, so that was it about our app, translator app. Use this code and try to make your own app also. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you.